it's Shawnee. Welcome back. Today it is time for our weekly roundup where I take a look back at all of the palettes I used over the past week and I rank them from least liked to most liked. Now this week I really enjoyed all of the palettes, all of the looks, but we still gotta rank them, right? I tend to enjoy most of the palettes, and then if I don't, they kind of go on the chopping block. But this week, I made some good picks. So we have 4 slots and 4 palettes, keeping it real simple this week. So let's get started. In number 4, we have a Natasha Denona mini, and it is the mini bronze. Now this came out quite a while ago, but I already liked the midi size bronze, and so I thought this would be good, especially for work. So I have quite a few things that I kind of set aside that feel more travel friendly, or you know, they're not gonna break in my makeup bag, or even if they did, that's not as drastically traumatic as if I were to break like a Pat McGrath shadow or something. So this one came in at number 4. I actually really like the look that I did. You can check out the look in my Get Ready With Me at Work. It was very much a me at work kind of look, just sort of simple and bronzy, just a couple of mattes with a shimmer. I really enjoyed it, and again, I continue to enjoy the Natasha Denona minis. So that is number 4. Let me know if you have this one. Number 3. This is also a new one to me, and this is the Nearly Natural palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Now, it is very much a neutral palette that we all have these shades already, right? But I did 2 looks with this palette and I really enjoyed it. I liked how the shimmers went on. I liked the mattes. I mean, I have been waiting for this palette for like 6 months just because it was like a pre-order and then it got pushed back and blah, blah, blah. So I was really anticipating this palette, and I'm glad that I like it, because if I didn't, I'd be like real upset, you know? But I like the looks that I did with these, and they were like very different. One was very pink and one was very green, and I like that I can have some versatility within this palette. It actually kind of reminds me of the Colored Rain Rebellious Nude. So if you remember this one, but this is like more neutral, I would say, but just like the green really reminded me of this one. Let me see if I can hold both of these up. You all know I have a hard time with that. Okay, can we see both of them? So there are some similarities, but definitely some differences. The Colored Rain one, I think, just has more neutrals and browns, and the Nearly Natural from Glaminatrix just gives you a bit more versatility. So this is number 3. Now, number 2 is from NOMAD Cosmetics, and it is their Cartagena Magica palette. Now, I actually went into my drawers planning to pick up the Hudson Valley palette, but I accidentally grabbed this one instead, and I started doing a look and I was like, these shades are lighter than the Hudson Valley one, and then I was like, oh, because it's not the Hudson Valley palette. But I really liked the look I did with this palette. I stuck mainly to these 4 shades, this kind of quad here, and it was just really pretty, very like bright and punchy, very springy, even though the weather has been very rainy. But this kind of brought some brightness to my day, and that is what puts it at number 2. Now, number 1 is a palette that I have used before, and it is the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes. Now, I used this palette and I did a blue look. I tend to stick to like plummy, pinky kind of shades, and sometimes I'll venture into the blues and greens, and this was a day I jumped full into a blue look, and I got really good feedback on it. Several people were like, "Oh girl, you look good in blue," and I was like, "Thank you." So that is at number 1 because I really like the look. It was a bit more out of the box in terms of the shades that I stick to, and I really like this palette. I like all 3 that I have from Cosmic Brushes. Now, I wanted to have like a shout out product, and I didn't really have one this week. I'm like looking around, nothing that was like, oh my god. I did try the new Fenty mascara, but I need to try it again. I think it's pretty good, but it's not yet at shout out level. Yeah. That's it. So let me know what palettes you use this week, if there are any that I talked about that maybe you'll use next week. I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and please make a comment. I love chatting with folks, getting your perspective. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.